Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this week's episode of The Nerd is the Word. I am Josh.
I'm Jeff.
And this week's been kind of something.
Yeah, that you could say.
I mean, we got a trailer for what I wasn't thinking was going to be that great of a movie, and then the trailer came out and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm going to watch that about 8 times.
Mortal Kombat.
I do like the fact that they did the. Well, actually, we're gonna hold off for a second because I have some thoughts.
I needed the techno music.
Finish him. But before we get started, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Doing good. Say something. Getting the audio kind of screwed up.
Oh, I said, how about you? I'm doing good.
I'm doing pretty good.
You're doing? Yeah. Got it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing.
I'm doing.
After what WandaVision hit us with, it's been a couple of days of just. Remember that part in Aquaman when they're in the desert and they're looking like they're ready to die and they just keep walking? That's how I've been feeling, waiting for Friday.
I cannot wait.
Not sure if I heard that right. Is Doctor Strange going to be in this episode?
I don't know about this one, but he's supposed to be in the show.
Because I saw
he was going to appear in an episode. So it could be literally the last 2 minutes, or it could be like a post-credit scene. Speaking of which, we got one of those.
Which was pretty good, actually. Which Marvel's never really disappointed me with a end credit scene, but it was unexpected.
Yeah, because they hadn't had one for the first 6 episodes, and then they were like, "Hey, by the way,
they're like
7."
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, hey, BT Dubs, you said you wanted an end credit scene. Here is an end credit scene."
I will say I almost just stopped the episode, and I was like, "Yeah, maybe they'll throw one in here randomly." And
if you wouldn't have texted me saying there was one, I would have stopped the episode. And then we would be sitting here right now, and you've been like, "What about that end credit scene?" I've been like, "That what now?"
Exactly.
But before we get into WandaVision, what have you been watching this week? Have you watched anything new, entertaining, exciting?
We not really. We just watched WandaVision, and we finally got to Ultron. We finally got to Age of Ultron. So
one of the best Avengers movies, man.
Yeah. So
I mean,
it was nice to see because it was the actual beginnings of of Wanda and Vision, really and truly, because it was the first movie where they were featured. So
did I send you that picture? It's one of the memes, and it says Tony Stark. This is Vision. He's literally a 1-year-old AI. It's the that meme with the chick in the mirror, and it's Wanda.
Oh, that sounds wild. I don't know if you sent it to me, but that sounds wild.
I gotta find it. If I didn't send it to you, I know I saved it because I was gonna send it to you. But yeah, we've been watching WandaVision. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I would say one of those. It was one of those weird weekends. We just didn't really watch a lot of stuff. So
yeah, I was out at my dad's most of the weekend. She was working. It was a really slow and dull weekend.
Yeah,
and we just didn't really watch anything. I mean, I watched maybe one episode of Walking Dead, but I think I might put that one on hold until they put the next season on.
Mm-hmm.
So I did watch one episode of Castlevania last night, and Castlevania.
That's that what the Netflix anime?
Yeah, it's not bad. Actually, it's really good. When season 1 was, I think when it dropped, I watched it all in a night. It's pretty good, and it's not one of those cheesy video game adaptation things.
Mm-hmm.
It's you can get into it, and if no one told you it's based on a video game, you'd never know.
I would say I kind of assumed, but I was never sure.
It's pretty. I mean, I played the Castlevania games a little bit growing up. I mean, They're not bad, but the anime is pretty good. The dude that voices Trevor Belmont, I'm pretty sure. Don't hold me to it, but I want to say it's the same dude that plays Thorin in The Hobbit. I think it is because
type in Castlevania, it should pop up.
It's
no, not Castle the show, although good show.
Yeah, that's Nathan Fillion, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, Nathan Fillion.
Great show. This is a 2017 series.
I believe so. Yeah, sounds about right.
Let's see, Richard Armitage.
Yeah, I think that's Thorin from Lord of the Rings, and
he's Thorin from The Hobbit. Yeah,
he was also in the first Captain America. He was the one that shot.
Yes. He was Heinz Kruger.
Yeah, he shot. What's his face?
I'm sure it was in there. I don't know. It's like one of those unnamed in the thing, but named in the credits.
Yeah, he was the one that bit the cyanide thing when Cap first got all big and.
Oh yeah. The guy that chased down through the streets.
Yeah, and I can swim. Go get him. It's like really. That kid important to this movie? I can swim. Look, honestly, as that movie was great. If you didn't show me what happened to the kid, it wouldn't have changed the movie for me. It wouldn't have been like, wow, I really wish Captain America checked on that kid. It would have been like, yeah, fuck that kid. Show me Red Skull. But no. So WandaVision, dude, that was
it was Agatha all along. That's what they said.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was a nice little Modern Family and The Office little head nod, you know?
Yeah, the theme song, straight up The Office. Like, when I heard it, I was like, I knew it was supposed to be Modern Family, but that sounds like, and I just go,
which I did.
I was like, oh, it's The Office.
I did enjoy Modern Family. Modern Family was pretty good. I watched, I think, the first, 2 seasons or something like that when it was still on. Mm-hmm. It's not bad. It's just it's not always funny.
Yeah. That was one of the things for me is like there were some episodes that were really good, but then there were some that I was just like, okay, I watched it, but
yeah, it wasn't always. And everyone said, "Oh, the show's so good," and yeah, it's good. It didn't always hold me as a viewer. It always kind of held me as it's on.
Yeah, that was mainly what it was for me. It was like if it was on, I would watch it, but I never really went out of my way.
Yeah, I don't know. I felt like it could have been a lot better than it was.
But it was just one of those shows that was very well critically acclaimed, so it won a bunch of awards for stuff. Yeah,
and I can see why people loved it. I mean, it's not horrible. It's not a bad show at all. I mean, if I knew where I could stream it, I'd binge the whole show just to actually.
Well, that was one of the. It was a CBS show. Because I think that was the whole thing. Was it because it was CBS? There wasn't a way to stream it because CBS had.
I feel like you're right. I feel like you're right. I'm not 100% sure who.
Because even back in the days of Hulu when Hulu was free.
Yeah, I remember those days.
Ads, and when you paid for it, it just meant no ads. You still couldn't watch it because CBS had such a tight hold on all the shows that they had.
I mean, CBS still has a tight hold on everything they have.
Because they just came out with their own app, and they were like, "Oh, you want to watch our stuff?"
CBS All Access, which it just kind of you mentioning CBS made me think about it. Did you ever watch Silence of the Lambs?
No.
Okay, and I know you watched
Supergirl. Yes, I know there's a show, but I'm not going to watch it.
It's actually pretty good. I watched. My uncle got me. I went over there the other day. Was talking to him, and he was like, "It's on. Do you want to watch it?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll give it a try." You know, the worst that can happen is it sucks. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's
not my kind of movie, so I wasn't going to watch a show about.
Yeah. You wouldn't dig it all that much. But it's pretty good. It kind of holds true to the source material. But it is you mentioning CBS when you think about that. But yeah. Anyways, Modern Family. I feel like If Modern Family was what this episode of WandaVision was, I would have watched every episode, every single episode.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
But, you know, it wasn't, so. But Wanda's breaking.
We got to see Darcy in the...
Who is always, every time she comes on screen, I am washed over with joy because I know I'm about to either laugh or I'm going to be like, yeah, slay queen.
Meow, meow.
Mew, mew. But I like fine, I'll let you go out. Fine, I'll let you take me out at dinner, but I'm getting a lobster.
I'm getting a lobster. That was
just like, yeah,
that was very...
Darcy. You tell him.
But I'm getting a lobster.
But yeah, I did like the fact that Vision was like, why am I just sitting here talking with you guys, and just fucks off somewhere else? Just like, you know, I don't need, he takes the mic off, and it's like, they put a mic on him? They went through the trouble of just like clipping a mic onto that obviously metal. Don't know how there's a loop underneath it. It's connected to magnet. But yeah, Agatha all along, I knew that she had something to do with it. I wasn't sure how ingrained in it she was, but I had very strong feelings that not everything is up to par with her. You know, she's not just, you know, she's, you know, like in the video, she's like,
it was one of those things that it was like, it was so obvious that people were questioning the fact that no, it can't be that. It's just too obvious. Like it's gotta be somebody else, and it's just like an Easter egg. And then they were like, no.
And I will admit,
you thought too hard.
I was getting to the point where I thought it's so on the nose it couldn't be her. But in every episode, immediately when I saw her and she say something, it would go away like that, because like she's acting weird. She's acting weirder than everyone else is. No, don't try and fool me. And then they try and fool you, and I would sit there and go, and then I remember it's Marvel, so literally anybody could be it. Anybody. It's like Clue. Okay, it was Colonel Mustard in the library with the pipe. I
thought it was the candlestick. Jesus.
It was Agatha all along with the book in the neighbor's house.
Yes. I was saying, and so do we think that's the book from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
If you want the truth, I didn't watch any of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
It was what did the...
I always meant to watch it, and some of my family watched it, and they said it was pretty good. And that's one thing I am going to go back and rewatch. I mean, I did see a couple of the Ghost Rider episodes, but other than that, I didn't really watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which it wasn't like a personal thing, like, you know, oh, screw Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It was always, by the time it came on Netflix, I was in the middle of watching something else.
The Darkhold. That's what I couldn't think of. I wanted to say Book of the Dead, but it's The Darkhold.
Yeah.
So I've seen where that it could be like the MCU version of that, because a lot of people are like, oh, well, it's probably this, but it doesn't look like the one from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. But Feige doesn't really talk about that. He's just like, yeah, that was a thing. And
he's like, yeah, that was the thing, but you know, on to the next thing. Yeah. But Photon.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yes.
That was... I was watching, and I was like, oh, she's going to. Oh, she's going to. She did. She did. And it's amazing. And I love it. I have loved Monica Rambeau's story in this so much. It is.
So do we think that it's going to be Photon, or do we think it's going to be Spectrum? Because those colors looked a lot more like Spectrum than Photon.
Yes, it did. But her costume did kind of look like the Photon costume. Like with a little added touch. And it also looked like it could have been a Fantastic Four costume. I'm just saying.
Well, so
Had the
like my
emblem.
whole thing is like it was they kind of did like it wasn't like the full costume, it was just like the colors, right?
Yeah.
But the colors were it was like the black and white, which is definitely like the spectrum color as opposed to like the photon colors.
And I mean, and it could very well be that. Um,
But I mean that could just be something that's like I feel like they're setting it up just because of the fact that like the call sign, like her mother's call sign was photon.
yeah, I think that's what they're gonna do because I'm not sure what the difference, honestly, how much difference there is between Photon and Spectrum.
Yeah, because it's still
Because,
either way. That's the thing.
yeah, that's not really a character I've followed because I've always been a DC guy. So, and Marvel has like 8 different personalities for one hero.
Yeah,
Because Cap was,
'cause-
Cap, and then he was, I think he was the Nomad, and it was like, look,
yeah.
stop,
No,
please.
Nomad was the that was
The
what
Infinity War.
like Infinity War. Yeah,
And you got Spider-Man with 87 different costumes, which, I mean, they make for great Funko Pops. Don't get me wrong, because Future Foundation Spider-Man will always be my favorite costume. But
yeah. Because she was at one point she was Captain Marvel, then she
yeah,
was Photon, and then she was Pulsar, and then Spectre
yeah, and that
somewhere.
that's that is one thing that I've always liked about DC over Marvel to an extent was, and I know with some characters it's different, but when you get a character who's a hero, that's their name. I mean, you get the differences between Superboy goes to Superman. Nightwing Robin becomes Nightwing, or Tim Robin becomes Red Robin. Jason becomes Red Hood. You know, you get a difference, but it's not like goes from Captain Marvel to Photon to Spectrum to Charter to Windstream. It goes.
Charter to Windstream.
Yeah, I said that. I said that, and I'm not hating on Marvel. I'm just saying, look, give us one name. Hear me out, okay? How about we get a superhero?
Yeah,
They have one name, and occasionally let them branch out, but don't have 9 names. This is Monica Rambeau. She's also been known as Captain Marvel. On Saturdays, she's known as Spectrum, but on Tuesdays, it's Photon. Don't do that. Okay, look, it's just too damn confusing.
Yeah, that. So I don't know. Like, I feel like they're still gonna go Photon, but
I think they are, and I think you're right. It's going to be a head nod to her mother.
the birth of the hero. Oh,
That was beautiful.
just
That
to
was
think that
so
that was
cool.
like the. So when you think about seeing like the birth of it, like a new hero on screen, it's weird to see because like even when you think of like Vision was still Jarvis, right?
Yeah,
So do we really count like seeing as how Jarvis has been around since Iron Man? It doesn't really feel like new, even though it is.
yeah. The only thing new
Scarlet
is it's
Witch,
literally Jarvis with a body.
yeah. So it's like when you think about like Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, aka Wanda and Pietro, like
Yeah,
those were off screen. So like when you first see them, they already had their powers.
yeah,
Um, I mean, even Falcon was already like that was like his thing that he did in the military, not necessarily like something new.
yeah. And
And the
hell,
suit has
honestly,
technically Ant-Man, the suit has been around. Like he didn't have powers, he's just got. So it's like
wait,
that one doesn't really
well,
count. So
it's
like,
just like Spider-Man when we met the MCU's Peter Parker. Uncle
yeah, they
Ben's
didn't
already
do the whole. Yeah, they didn't do the
Yeah,
whole
Uncle Ben's
backstory. So
already
it's
dead.
like,
He's already got his power. And that is one thing I have always enjoyed about the Marvel movies. They'll give you backstory on characters that aren't that, well known, but they also know you've been alive more than 2 seconds. You know Spider-Man's backstory. You're not going to
yeah,
sit there and go, "Wow, how did that happen?" They're going to go, "Here's Spider-Man." You're going to go, "Oh, okay. This is after Uncle Ben."
It's like if Burt Reynolds off of Celebrity Jeopardy was doing Spider-Man. He's a man that
That is
a spider.
spider. That is always. He's a giant, and his name is Andre.
Andre.
But no, that. Well, Doug.
For me, like this is like the first birth of a hero that we've seen since Captain America, actually, because it's like already had their powers when they showed up.
Or I mean, Thor
like
already had Mjolnir.
Well, technically Captain Marvel, but like the first, like you had to go like 3/4 of the movie to see it, and like her powers, so it didn't have like the same kind of.
Yeah, and this was
like
more of a
power behind it because you're like, oh, well, we already knew she had it. Like,
yeah, and this it was more of a, she started out, she has nothing. Well, I mean, no powers with nothing.
Yeah.
And you're kind of watching everything slow, like when Darcy was talking about her, like rewriting her cells and all that.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, are you?
Like,
I'm smelling what you
all right. Okay. I see what you're doing there. I see what you did there.
I'm smelling what you're stepping in. I got that. And then watching her bust through this wall, and then you're like, oh, well, she's not gonna die. They did not set up this character for them to go, oh, she went through the wall, and you're kind of like, oh, okay, and then you saw the blue in the eyes. I was like, it's done. Wanda's fucked. She's done. Just
that was a low key my favorite part of the episode was whenever Wanda like went to hit her with the thing and she just like caught it and like threw it back and she's like,
one of my favorites was when
Monica did you do that?
Monica was like, go ahead, hit me, and it's like, I dare you. and I don't know why the second she said that, I had New Girl flashbacks from the first season when they were getting all the stuff and go ahead and take it. I dare you. It's like, yeah, Nick, dare him, Pete. but yeah, that was watching them kind of go toe to toe, not in like a full fight, but it's like a look, I can take you.
Just like the testing the waters, letting her know.
Yeah.
Hey,
dipping the toe in the water.
It's going to be different this time.
Yeah.
It's going to be. I'm curious to see what they do with her now after seeing her get knocked out in the post-credit scene. How that.
I'm wondering that too. But what I noticed, and it goes back to Agatha, was everyone kind of stopped, did the whole pause shit. And Agatha's just walking around like, oh, okay, I'm here now. Come on.
You mean she's walking around like she runs the place? It was Agatha all along. That's what they said.
That was look, WandaVision has always had such great theme songs and like songs. Agatha all along is my favorite.
And it's actually Catherine Hahn singing on it too.
Yeah.
Which is funny because the last time we saw her singing in a movie was Step Brothers.
Yeah, that song's been going
Say it with a solo.
That song's been going through my head for a couple of days. At random times, I'll sit there and go, it is so catchy. But yeah, so now we know one of the villains, which I still think Mephisto's there.
Yeah, because it doesn't explain like the Pietro, right? Like he's obviously working with her, but it doesn't explain who he is.
How he got there.
Yeah.
And someone told me the other day, why do you think he's in there? They're not going to introduce a big Marvel villain like that. I was like, they introduced a big Marvel hero.
So why not a villain?
And they don't have to have him in the show and kill him off.
Yeah, I was about to say
they could have him in the show and they could do a Thanos.
Well, that's what I saw was that maybe Agatha would be like this next little set of movies like Loki character.
Yeah.
Where it's like it's the bad
and
the bad that introduces the big bad. and then kind of sticks around for a while.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Because look, and it's like I said a second ago, they don't have to have Mephisto in there, and then just oh, he's dead. We killed him in a TV show. It could be he's there and he's like, look, my name is Tom Nook and I run this bitch. Okay, this is Animal Crossing.
So somebody was saying that like it's probably somebody that has been in there like all along in terms of like the like he's been around the MCU. Like who would you like to see it like be? How would you feel if it was Happy?
I would be 8 layers of pissed off. You have no idea. There would be look.
To know that he's been around like pulling strings the entire time.
It would be so good, but you have no idea how me and Kevin Feige would have some words. All I'm going to say is this, okay? There'd be a dick punching party at Marvel Studios. And just line everyone up and just bam, bam. Don't do that. Do not ruin Happy. Do not.
I also saw where somebody said that it could be like Thunderbolt Ross. Because it's always a guy, like he's always been a guy that like has never cared about anything but himself. He's always around conflict. He's going to be in the Black Widow movie.
There might be something to that. Huh.
Oh, I got you thinking.
Yeah. You got the wheels turning. You see the smoke coming out the ears?
Usually,
yeah. First smell it from you. Huh. Hey, that'd be interesting to see. But what do you think happened to the kids?
I feel like we're going to see like immediately this next episode. Like I feel like they left it out on purpose just to make people go, "Oh my god, what do you think happened to the kids?" Because
I don't think
one of the comics that it's based off of is where they're literally like pieces of Mephisto's soul, and they're not real. And then you did have like the Pietro character calling them Devil Spawn in the episode before. So I feel like it could be that, but with the fact that we know that they've already started setting up a Young Avengers, I doubt it happens.
I doubt.
Because like they're so prominent in the Young Avengers, like why would you like bring them in when you're setting up the Young Avengers where you already have like the Hawkeye show coming out that's going to set up Kate Bishop.
Yeah.
You have Spider-Man. You have the ability to set up that kid from Iron Man 3 as Iron Lad.
True.
And then you have Wiccan and Speed, and
I don't know
right there.
I don't know if they're going to set up the kid from Iron Man 3 though, only because I think Marvel announced an Ironheart show. I'm not sure if it's going to be live action or animated. If it's animated, then you can kind of get away with it not being as much canon to the MCU. It's kind of like here's the thing. If it's live action, I don't see why, if they do an Ironheart show, she's not going to be this Iron Man. Which, whatever they decide to do, I'm down for. They like I've said, they have not disappointed me with anything other than Captain Marvel, and I'm good with whatever they do.
Yeah, so like I think that they're trying to like tease the fact that it may be that, but I don't think they'll actually do it, just because I feel like setting up the Young Avengers.
Yeah, and well, even if they do that, they will still find a way to set up the Young Avengers. That even if they are part of Mephisto's soul, there's going to be a hey, look, they're the only thing that's left of them. There's no chance. There's not a prayer in hell for them to turn. We're going to set them as the Young Avengers. There's always a way they're going to do that. They're not going to set up those two characters and give them. It's not even been 3 episodes. This has been the 3rd episode.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not going to give them just a couple episodes and then they're gone. Mm-hmm. So they're going to be here for a minute. They'll be here for a while.
Oh, so what I was saying before we started, we heard that they were going to, that Marvel was going to have more rated R movies other than Deadpool. That it reminded me of something I thought about on the way home today, that we actually So you know how we were discussing the other day who was going to get to say the first fuck of like the MCU?
Yeah.
I forgot that it already happened because in the Guardians of the Galaxy, that Groot was like, welcome to the frickin' Guardians of the Galaxy," but
Except he didn't say frickin'. That is my favorite part.
In Guardians 2.
My favorite part. It's not that line. It's immediately what's said after we really need to talk about your language. It's always been those little lines of Guardians that are the funniest.
So technically, we've already had the first one of the MCU.
Beat up grass. But yes, yeah. But no, we'll figure out Friday. These next 2 episodes are going to be huge because we're on episode 8 now, correct?
Friday will be episode 8, yes.
You got 8 and 9, and then
that's it. Yeah, we got 2 episodes.
That's it. There's not going to be a WandaVision season 2.
No.
I think they pretty much confirmed that.
Yeah.
So we'll figure out what exactly is happening with that Friday. We're gonna stay in the Marvel sphere for a second here. Spider-Man.
No place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home.
Well, there's no way home.
I was close. Wanting no place like home. This whole.
But it's not a bad title name.
So because of the fact that so we know that Spider-Man and the Multiverse of Madness are gonna like be directly affected by what happens in WandaVision. So maybe the No Way Home is in reference to the multiverse?
Maybe.
And we know that Sony had plans for Spider-Man and like Venom 2 and all that. And that little thing.
I think I heard that he was on a call.
What if it's all connected? That the no way home is literally that they're sending him back to Sony.
Are we actually about to just brush past the fact that you sang song? Maybe they're all connected. But yeah, maybe they are, and that could be true because his contract is up after Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, that's what. So like maybe like this is a way that they're kind of getting the ability to send him to Sony on their own terms.
Maybe, but I also kind of I don't know. I predict a new contract in the future with Marvel, even if it is a joint Marvel and Sony contract. I do see another contract signed because Tom Holland, he's got a lot. He has many more Spider-Man role or opportunities under his belt.
Yeah.
His face is Spider-Man now. I don't see them just dumping him after this movie and just send him over to Sony, and he's not going to be in the MCU ever again.
Yeah,
I smell a contract coming. I smell it.
I would hope so, but like you can never know. Like what you don't know what Feige is going to have planned.
Yeah.
It's more so the fact that you don't know like if Sony is asking too much, right?
Yeah, I can see that, and I think at this point they've had plenty of time to talk up an agreement because he had the standard 6-movie Marvel deal, I believe. This one will make his 6th, I believe. Civil War, Spider-Man 2. Yeah,
this will make number 6. Yeah. Because it'll be 3 Spider-Mans, it'll be Civil War, Infinity War, and Endgame.
Yeah. So I really do believe that Marvel and Sony are going to sit down and look, we're going to sign a contract. Your movies, our movies. They're going to bring the Sonyverse into the MCU. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that. I smell it.
I could see like a joint like Sony just kind of like weaseled their way in and just kind of.
Yeah.
Why don't we just make it the same thing? It'll just be a Marvel and Sony production.
Yeah, and hell, do it.
you know,
Do
we
it.
each kind of know what the other wants. Like we can agree to kind of
And
the stories in, and let's get it done.
that's what I think is going to happen. But Spider-Man 3, it's way too early to even wonder what's going to happen. But they did say Daredevil might be in it. So all I'm going to say is, the Man with No Fear up against the web, or with the web slinger, that'd be awesome.
Well, so they said that Daredevil might be in it, but like, what if it's just like literally him as his lawyer?
I am 100% fine with that.
Because that was one of the things that like I've seen talked about a lot, was that because like it felt like he was going to go on trial for something based on the ending.
They're probably going to hit him with the trial for everything that happened with Mysterio.
Yeah, so like why not like take that moment to like introduce like a Daredevil or a She-Hulk as like his lawyer or something?
The only reason why I don't think it's going to be She-Hulk is because I think they're going to wait for She-Hulk to be in the show or to do her show. Or they could have her in the movie and then she'll get her show.
Yeah, that's why I was like, it would be a good way to introduce it to
one of the two lawyers.
Yeah, like you could easily have her like make her first appearance there, and like she doesn't even have to be like She-Hulk. Like she could just be like the actual female character, and then later when she gets her show, kind of show how she got her powers and like the aftermath.
Which I'm down for. I mean, I'm down for either one. The only reason why I'd wanted Daredevil more, because that way the Netflix shows are now canon.
Or they could literally just pull the actors and just ignore them completely.
The shows?
Yes.
Why would you do that? Daredevil was a great show and Punisher was a great show. Iron Fist was there.
But because you also by saying that Daredevil and Punisher are canon, that also means that Iron Fist is canon, Luke Cage is canon, Jessica Jones is canon, and the Defenders are canon. And I don't think they want that.
I don't. Well, they did.
You don't get one or the other. You have to have them all.
Yeah, I know. That's the unfortunate
thing. They're a package deal, and it is a bad package.
Well, Marvel did just buy the rights back to Punisher and Jessica Jones, I believe. Punisher, I saw it coming because John Bernthal, honestly, and I know you didn't watch it, John Bernthal did an amazing job as Punisher. And one of the great things about that show, about the Punisher show, is if you don't like superhero shows, you'll still like Punisher because it doesn't work itself like a superhero show. It works itself like a military action drama.
Yeah, which I mean, really, what the Punisher is, anyway.
Yeah, and it's they did a good job. So Marvel, keep doing what you're doing, But let's we got a trailer.
We got a trailer.
And I'll bite my tongue now. I didn't think the movie was going to be that good. Or I'll eat my words, mind you. I didn't think the movie
as long as it was better than Mortal Kombat, was it Annihilation, the second one? I'm perfectly.
I think it was Annihilation.
As long as it's better than that one, I was going to be happy either way.
Yeah. But
this looks so good.
Like I said, I'll eat my words. I'm a Mortal Kombat fan, but I've kind of fallen off. I didn't think it was always that great. It got to a point where it was kind of like, okay, this is cheesy as hell. Why do I have to play as Rambo? But I don't remember asking. I don't remember asking to play as Rambo.
I'm surprised that you. Hey, that was my favorite character. Don't you? I love Stryker. Okay, don't you make fun of that man.
I'm not making fun of it. I'm just saying.
I would literally spam the grenade chunk and the bullets just over and over. So I'd be shooting you and throwing grenades at you from across the map, and I'd be like, dodge it.
But yeah, I don't remember asking to play as all these characters.
I'm surprised that you. There was one. Actually, it was more than one. It was like two. I think it was like 10 or 11 or 11 and 12. That some of the DLC was like Jason and Freddy and Michael Myers.
Because it wasn't.
Jason's was like low-key OP because he would just like turn into the mist and like appear behind people.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Freddy
lost it.
was. I think it was Mortal Kombat 9 was Freddy because he was one of the It was whichever one came out like 2000 and like. God, was it 14, 15, something like that? 16?
Jason, Alien, and Predator were all in
Mortal Kombat 10.
Mortal Kombat 10.
Yeah. And I think Leatherface was in this new one, I believe.
Freddy was in 9.
9, yeah.
Yeah.
Which, and their Freddy wasn't all that great. I mean, it was okay.
Yeah, but it was still...
But...
Leatherface was also in 10, it looked like.
It was 10? Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that trailer was... It was beautiful. It was a beautiful trailer. I liked their version of Scorpion.
It's weird because I don't think we've seen enough, right?
Like enough trailer?
No, like enough of Scorpion to make a judgment, because like we really haven't seen Scorpion in the Scorpion getup, but one time. We saw a whole lot of Sub-Zero.
Yeah, and even
but it was only that one scene of Scorpion.
Yeah, and even that one time you saw Scorpion, it was kind of, you didn't get a chance to, because it happened so fast. You didn't get a chance to go, what's the costume look like? Is it?
But you did hear, "Get over here."
Yes, that was so good.
Classic.
That was so good. You got.
I mean, they had Goro out here looking like Machamp, but.
Yeah. I was gonna mention that. Yeah, he did look kind of
He looked Machampy.
Very Machampy. It was very really. Is this a Pokemon game movie now? Or is this Pikachu 2?
the rated R version.
Yeah. Just Pikachu get me the fuck out of here. You see it.
Basically.
Get over here.
Okay, so what was your favorite part of the trailer?
My favorite part of the trailer, honestly, was the Scorpion Sub-Zero fight, because those are honestly two of my favorite. Anytime I play Mortal Kombat, they're my two go-tos, and mainly because they are kind of powerful, but also it's okay, their fatalities are cool as hell. They're.
I will admit, I loved whenever he stabbed Scorpion and the blood came out and he froze the blood and stabbed him with his own blood.
That was so
metal.
That was metal.
That's metal.
Adult Swim called. They
want their metal back.
They just want to talk.
I think my favorite part was seeing right at the beginning, seeing when Sub-Zero is the reason that Jax had to get the robot arms.
Yeah, that was.
It's actually a change from the canon, which is weird, but I'm all here for it. It makes it feel more personal. Yeah, and Mortal Kombat has always to me been, you can either do it right or it is crappy. Yeah, because there were a couple games there where it kind of was all right, well.
Well, the idea is there. But if you don't do it right, it's a fighting game movie.
Yeah.
And I feel like they did it right. And that's just from one trailer, though. So
yeah, one trailer, and we're already this excited. I cannot wait to see more.
Yeah, well, and there also is a reality in which the trailer was good, and the movie is Captain Marvel.
Better. No, better. The movie is better than the trailer.
I said what I said. I don't want it to be this universe, but it's an outcome that I kind of have to acknowledge is there. And I'm not going to go into it. Oh my God, this movie's I'm going to go into it ready to goof troop. I'm going to go into.
Please be better than Annihilation. Please be better than Annihilation. Please be better than Annihilation.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Last time
right
that we
into
had
it
Jax.
loving it. I'm gonna go right into it loving it, but also at the end of the day, I also know there is a chance in which this movie is not what I want it to be.
And
But
did
so
you see
far,
who was missing from the trailer?
was it Johnny?
There was no Johnny Cage.
Yeah, I saw that too.
So there was
I
no
wonder
Johnny
if
Cage, and then there was like that random kid, and it's like, well, that's not Johnny Cage, and they didn't call him Johnny. So who?
I'm wondering if Johnny's even gonna be in here. I don't see
That's,
them making a Mortal Kombat movie and Johnny not being in there.
yeah, that's like the weirdest thing was like that he was not in that trailer. Like it caught me off guard.
That's like making a Batman movie and oh yeah, hey, Commissioner Gordon's just not going to be in this movie. We're not even going to mention it. I mean, but I don't know. I am pretty excited about it. I didn't think I was going to be.
Yeah, I'm gonna let's see who these people.
You looking at the cast?
Yeah, well, not necessarily the cast, but like just who was in it that people have found for. Because I know they had Liu Kang, and they had Sub Zero. There was Kano, which was really cool to see, like him actually using the laser eye. That was neat. You got to see Raiden as like Asian and not what's his name, Christopher. Isn't it Christopher something?
It was. Let me look at.
Now I have to look that up because like that one's gonna kill me.
It was the dude Christopher Lambert, I think.
It was like the dude
from Highlander, Christopher Lambert.
Highlander. It was like Christopher Lambert, whatever. I was like, dude's white.
Yeah, that is one thing. When I watched it, I was like, that's part of what I hated about the Avatar: The Last Airbender movie was the movie it's an anime, and not a lot of people want to acknowledge it. It's a damn anime. And you got one of the dudes from Twilight in that movie. A bunch of white dudes, and the bad guy is an Indian. And it's like, did you watch the anime? Because they're obviously Japanese. It's Japanese.
Yeah.
It's really Christopher Lambert. The only movie I even remember him from is Highlander and Mortal Kombat. Didn't like him in Mortal Kombat. I mean, come on, let's be real here. But yeah, I mean,
and then we also had Sonya. We had Sonya Blade. We had Kung Lao, which that one was a neat one because he was not in the first two, like the original, like the '90s. He made like one tiny appearance, and it was him getting killed. And it's like that's like one of the characters from the games, and you're just gonna show him dying. Like, come on now.
Yeah, I mean, Liu Kang, obviously Raiden.
Yeah, we had Scorpion. We had Scorpion.
I did notice Melina.
Yeah, we had Scorpion, Jax, Shang Tsung, Melina, and then let's see. They say possible appearances by Cabal, Natara, and then like that new dude. But like I swear I saw there was like a cloud of smoke, like black smoke.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna be smoke. Like they didn't show him like in full get up, but it was like I feel like that cloud was the nod to him. And then a reptile somewhere.
So I wonder if Johnny's gonna be one of those characters that everyone, no one thought was gonna be in the movie, and he's gonna, just hop out and take off his sunglasses and be all badass, or if he's just not even gonna be in there. Which, if Johnny's not in there, they're gonna have a lot of explaining to do.
They will either it's not gonna be that, or it's just gonna be he's going to be like the Johnny Cage of this movie.
Yeah. But yeah, that Mortal Kombat trailer, beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, and you know what that is, right? It's high praise.
It's high praise.
Do you have any idea? Yesterday I was sitting there, I was like, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say high praise. but how am I going to say it? And then I watched that trailer. I was like, that's how I'm going to say it.
It's high praise.
That's high praise. We need to work on our.
Thank you, Nick.
You're welcome, Nick. That's one of my favorite videos. But no. So, we don't have that long until the movie a lot of people have been waiting for, going on. When did Justice League come out? 17. So going on about 3 years and some change. The Snyderverse is back.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a Supergirl. Sasha Callie.
Probably Callie.
Callie, I don't know how to say the last name. I'm butchering it. I apologize. Who looks like she could do the job.
Yeah, like her only like big acting credit so far has been in The Young and the Restless. So it's weird that like there's going to be people out there that are going to recognize her, like that you wouldn't think would recognize. It's like, why are you here at this movie? If you know, why are you here?
What I'm wondering is she going to go blonde? I don't see it happening because I don't know. I look at her, I really don't see a blondie. And they could just blow our minds and just give her blonde hair. Supergirl has been historically.
There's this crazy thing that was invented a while ago that I don't know if you know about. It's called
if you say a wig,
hair dye. You can dye your hair.
That's not what I'm talking about. And you know it, okay? I look at her face and I don't see blonde hair, and I think it'll work. Because I don't like Supergirl anyways. I don't remember needing her to be blonde. But this is also Zack Snyder's verse. So if she's going to be Supergirl, historically knowing Zack, she's not going to be Supergirl long. They're going to kill her. Because Zack looks at dark comics.
Yeah.
The death of Supergirl was a dark comic. Look, all I'm going to say is, if we don't see Superman holding her body, I'll eat my shoe. Actually, I'm not going to say that because that might not happen.
Too late. Already been said. I will hold you accountable.
I'll watch Captain Marvel and not complain about it.
Ooh, that's even better.
And I'll listen to a Nickelback album.
Well, that's not that bad.
Actually, I will not say I'll do that because...
Look, that's not even that big. Come on, I'll give you a Nickelback album and you'll listen to it. You'll be like,
you don't. Why would you threaten me like that? I thought we were friends.
It could have been worse. I could have given you a Billy Joel album. Okay.
Hey, you need to shut your trash mouth right now. Hating on Billy Joel. You already hate on Tool.
Because they're bad. Their music has no words. It sounds like noise. Literally, if you play me Sounds of New York City and then you a cool song, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
I hate you.
Why? Because I'm right? You can play me a Tool song in Sounds of an Eastern European nightclub, and I wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
It's funny. But no.
I know I am.
So,
thank you.
Her as Supergirl, and I did read something the other day, and this has not been a casting that's been put out. It's been someone wanting something. Chloe Grace Moretz as Babs.
I wouldn't mind it.
I wouldn't mind it. She did good in Kick-Ass.
Yeah. Like she's got the ability to play like that kind of a character.
She has the ability to play both a superhero and kind of a dark character because she did very good in Carrie. She was very good as Carrie. And
yeah, that's up your alley. I didn't watch it. All you.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. But, and I wouldn't mind seeing that. I'm wondering if they are going to have a Batgirl in the Snyderverse, which I'm not sure if they're going to. Which, it does suck, because that is a character that I think could be explored very well if Zack does it. We already have a Robin, which means this Batman has had sidekicks. Just give him back, girl.
We already had a Robin. We don't have a Robin. He did.
Yeah, had a Robin. But maybe one day we'll get it. Just like I'm hoping for a Nightwing thing.
I'm about to say, what do we have? Like 2 weeks?
I think it's a little more than 2. I think we're at 3 right now. I'm not sure.
It comes out what is it, like the 17th?
18th. So we have
18th. So we have 1, 2, 3 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks as of when this video goes live.
Yeah. So March 18th is going to be a day that, look, if anyone that I know watches, don't call me, don't text me. I'm not coming over. I don't care if you're having tomahawk steaks and someone famous is over there. Take pictures. Send me a to-go box.
No. I'll go over there and just be like, hey, you want to watch this movie that just came out?
I'll be like, hey, you want to watch this movie? No? Okay, I will. I was trying to.
I'll watch it at your house. Really?
Yeah, you got a bedroom? I'm going in that bitch. Bring me my steak and my wine on this table, and then don't say anything to me. I'm watching Snyder.
All 4 beautiful hours of it.
Oh, it's going to be so good. Me and Serena watched the trailer the other day, and she was like, I think this is the best trailer that's come out. And, yeah. One thing I am a little upset about, the only thing we've seen of Deathstroke is a picture.
I mean, and the end credit scene from the other movie, but yeah.
Well, yeah, but they're not. But speaking of DC, the Green Lantern show will be starting production this year.
I saw that, and have they said anything about like the plot or like which lantern it's going to be about?
I don't think they've said. I have to look more into it. From what I read, a plot really hasn't been told or who it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be Hal or John, because both of them, they're big name lanterns.
I mean, honestly, like if you just give me like a show about like the core,
yeah, I mean,
prequel, like sure, whatever. Just give me somebody that I've never heard of before that we get to learn to enjoy.
Yeah, and even if they don't want to, if they want to give us a lantern, we know, just so people who are familiar can go, oh, okay, I'll watch that. I've always liked him. You don't have to give me Hal Jordan. You don't have to give me Jon Stewart. Save those for the movies. Give me Kyle Rayner. Give me Guy Gardner. And I hate Guy Gardner, but I will watch a Guy Gardner TV show. Guy Gardner was just annoying. He was so annoying. He was, oh my God. Kyle Rayner has always been a cool lantern. Give me him. Even give me Guy Gardner. Give me whoever. I don't exactly need to see Hal Jordan or Jon Stewart right this second. But apparently there's going to be a lantern in Justice League. So
I feel like that was one of the things that was in the trailer. It was like one of the scenes where where Alfred was like, he told me you'd come, and everybody's like, oh, it's Superman, they're going to bring you back from the dead. Well, like you obviously saw him in the trailer. It's like, oh, they brought him back from the dead, so it's Superman. But it was if it was a Green Lantern.
If it was a Green Lantern.
And then that was one of the things that Whedon took out of the.
Yeah, because he hates joy and happiness.
Yeah, obviously we found out.
Did you see the Christopher Nolan thing?
Mm-mm.
Where because Christopher Nolan has worked on a lot of the Snyder movies. Like he was big in Man of Steel. I think he did a lot in Batman versus Superman. But apparently Zack Snyder was talking about wanting to see Justice League. Justice League. And Christopher Nolan was like, don't watch that shit. It was like, no, don't go watching it. And apparently even like a Warner Brothers executive was like, yeah, that movie was hot garbage. And it's like, oh, okay, so everyone's coming out of the woodworks to shit on Whedon, and I'm giving my popcorn because I'm here for it.
I'll watch.
Yeah, I stand with Ray Fisher.
Yes, 100%. We both do.
Oh yeah, But the last little bit of news I have, I don't know if you have anything, is you didn't watch Avatar: The Last Airbender, did you?
I did not. I was wondering if you were going to bring this up when you were talking about Avatar earlier.
Yes, I was, because I saw it and I was like, okay, it's being mentioned. And I'm not sure if I've talked about it much on the show, but I'm a huge Avatar fan.
Mm-hmm. You talked to me about it a bunch.
Yeah, like when the episodes were like dropping, new episodes of the original series, me and my brother watched it. I've got it on Blu-ray. I have the Funko. I mean, it's a great show, and it's always been something that has always it's always been one of my go back shows. If I have no other show to watch, I'm gonna watch Avatar. I've watched Avatar through like 9 times, and that is a lot of mainly out of I'm doing something, I'll have it playing in the background, I'll look up, watch a couple episodes, and then I'll go back to it, whatever. But Michael Dante DiMartino, I hope I said his name right, I think I did, who is one of the original creators of Avatar, I believe. Let me look that up before I say that. I believe he is, though.
I was going to say, this is a show, like, I can't help you on this one. I got nothing. I just saw where you had posted about it, where they were getting another movie.
Yes. Michael DiMartino and Brian Konietzko. I'm sorry if I slaughtered your last name. I really don't know how to say it. They are now starting Avatar Studios, and they're going to expand the Avatar: The Last Airbender universe. I think they're going to do like other little sideshows and all that. But the first thing we're getting is a movie.
Do we get a movie or like an episode dedicated to the Cabbage Man?
Look, I don't see why they wouldn't. I actually want to find. I need to find.
Give us the backstory to the Cabbage Man.
I'm going to find it on Amazon. There's a Funko Pop of the Cabbage Man and the Cabbage Stand. And I am 150% finding that bitch. But no, so because they dropped off of the Netflix show. And from what the Netflix show sounds like, I'm going to be very disappointed. Because they're changing a lot of the aspects of the show. Mm-hmm. Like, the older brother and the younger sister. Now they're making it an older sister and a younger brother, and it's like, I'm interested to see how you're going to do that, because one of the dynamics was the protective older brother, and that's what made Sokka a good character. Was he was a protective older brother, and also he had a character arc that was amazing. And now it's kind of like, what do you plan on doing? Because they dropped out of the Netflix show because there was, hey, look, you guys want to do this to our show. We created the bitch.
Yeah. I was going to say, having the creators of the show work with you on your show and pissing them off so bad that they want to leave your show.
Well, because Netflix always wants to make so many changes to their. That's why their version of Death Note I didn't like, because and one good thing was, and the things they make, they have decent aspects to it. Like Willem Dafoe as Riek in Death Note.
I will admit, like
that was amazing.
Yeah, Willem Dafoe played that guy great.
And it's something that I always heard every time I read the books and I heard Riek, it was Willem Dafoe, unknowingly, because he has one of those. That's why he is such a great Green Goblin.
Mm-hmm.
But, other than that, Nat Wolff, I think? I don't give 2 shits and a damn about Nat Wolff. That he did not do a good light. They kind of butcher most things they get into, which is why I'm very worried about the Avatar series, and I'm very worried about the Cowboy Bebop show they're doing. because
So that also brings into question Kevin's Masters of the Universe, which he's still excited about it, and the fact that like it's him and Mark writing the show. Like, hopefully they
which and I think with them, they were able, and I think they have the original creator of He-Man in on it too. So they're able to really hold true what He-Man was.
Mm-hmm.
With the Netflix adaptations of, and I didn't watch Full Metal Alchemist because honestly, they messed up Death Note.
Well, I hear so maybe it has something to do not necessarily with the animated shows, but like the live action. Like they're trying to do stuff with the live action that they just can't pull
off. And making a live action of certain things, I will acknowledge, is very difficult. You know, because that live action Dragon Ball Z movie they made, I watched it one time. Me and my brother were like, we were watching, we're like,
is that dude white?
We were sitting there, we were watching, we're
like,
did
you make Goku white?
Yeah, and Piccolo was played by Spike from Buffy? It's like, what? And
that movie was hot garbage.
And I think I want to say Yamcha was, I don't remember that movie much. Yamcha was in it, and he was kind of cool, or he wanted to be cool, and it's like, why?
Well, I mean, technically in Dragon Ball. So that one wasn't necessarily Dragon Ball Z. That was supposed to be Dragon Ball. Yeah, that was what was the was it something with an evolutionary? Was it something with an E?
Yeah.
Yeah, they made Goku was a white dude, so that was strike one.
Yeah, and
they had Master Roshi was just ridiculous. Yeah, they had a Yamcha in there. He was ridiculous as well. Like, I thought that because they had like the Bulma and the Chi-Chi, like Chi-Chi's character was absolutely stupid.
Yeah.
It was just bad all around.
I think they tried to do a great ape too.
Yeah, that was like the big ending to the movie was he turned into the ape, but it was like,
yeah, let me see. I'm going to see.
Like it was terribly done. Like it was just
that whole movie was terribly done, honestly, and
it was so bad. And it's like, why would you ever? Like this man has done basically nothing since. So.
Oh, the dude that played Goku.
Yeah, I think it might have ruined his career.
Which sucks because he's
a TV actor now.
Yeah, which sucks because he actually wasn't. He was in the Steven Spielberg War of the Worlds movie that came out in 2005.
He was in that. He had a lot of he was apparently in Smallville for 2 episodes. So nobody big. Don't worry about it. Season.
Okay. I'm sitting there thinking
background characters.
Who could he have been in?
Smallville? He was like a TV guy, and then he got that War of the Worlds role, and then Dragon Ball, and then he went back to TV.
Yeah, that movie kind of sucked. But I mean, Netflix just and what it seems like, and I might be barking up the wrong tree because I don't work at Netflix, obviously. But it does kind of seem like they have their own idea of what these things should be, and they really don't want to listen to the creators, you know?
Yeah, that's a big thing. Is it's like you have to let the people do, like you let them make this movie based on like their ideas, and then when it comes time for their ideas, you're like, how about this? And it's like, well, why?
Yeah, you don't like it, but it's like they created Avatar, and Avatar was honestly one of the best shows to come out of Nickelodeon.
Dragon Ball Evolution has a 15% on the tomato meter.
Wow, that's giving them a lot.
20% on the audience score.
Yeah, of course it does, because the movie sucked. But
what What are some other bad movies? I want to see how bad Dragon Ball is compared to like some other.
Other bad movies.
Yeah.
Usually if you'd ask me any other time, I'd be able to tell you what a bad movie is. But right now, I'm kind of drawing a blank.
To put it up against one of your least favorite movies, the audience gave Captain Marvel a 45. So it is literally half as good as Captain Marvel is, and that's one of like the lower movies in terms of the MCU.
What is Batman versus Superman? Because I don't know what their rating was, but I felt like it wasn't that great, which sucked because that movie's good.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that movie. So it's weird because now after seeing like the trailer for like the Snyder cut, like a lot of things that happened in
Justice League makes sense. Or
in Batman vs Superman makes sense. So it's funny. The tomato meter has 28%. So the critics hated it. The audience score is 62%.
Yeah, because that movie, it wasn't exactly a hit or miss. It was more of a, you had to understand this wasn't just a superhero movie.
Yeah, it was.
It's leading up, and I mean, but yeah, Dragon Ball Evolution.
Terrible. So if either of these shows turn out better than Dragon Ball Evolution, they'll be doing something.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's a way to see what the worst.
I actually do want to know what the worst movie on Rotten Tomatoes. There has to be one that's negative. That it was so bad they had to take points away from 0.
Oh man, why is there not the ability to movies? No, I don't want to see the certified fresh unless I can do it the other way. Is that a thing that I can do? Tomato meter. I just do like all movies and then do it because that would be hilarious. Okay, browse all. Release date no. Tomato meter yes. And can I do it? Oh yeah. Oh Jesus. There's.
Oh God, Serena looked it up.
Date movie. Oh, that's Friday the 13th, Part 3, 7%.
In the Name of the King, a Dungeon Siege Tale, 4%.
Oh my God! Yeah, I just went down to 7.
And it has Jason Statham in it.
Oh, let's do the zeros. Let's see if there's one with 0 because that would be. Because there's a lot of like movies where I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
The Emoji Movie has a 7%. That's funny.
Blood Rain has a 4%. It wasn't that great of a video game.
Oh, don't you give me that crap. They said The Master of Disguise has a 1%. Don't you?
Someone needs to be beaten. Yes, Serena
audience gave it a 34. Oh my God, the audience doesn't know what they're talking about either. That movie was brilliant.
That movie is amazing.
Am I not turtly enough for the turtle?
Jordan, this is what you're doing. This is what I want you to do. Yeah, no question. You just told me to shut up. Yeah, I did.
What was it? The mango in the water, shark in the water. It was like the Jaws captain.
Yeah. Shark in the water. Flatliners 2017 has a 4%. Zoom has a 4%?
There's stuff with a 1%, so like don't even. It's
Codename The Cleaner has a 4%. That movie was just funny. The Adventures of Pluto Nash.
Oh Lord.
4%.
There's some bad movies out there that people have gotten wrong, but
yeah, but The Adventures of Pluto Nash is not one of them. That's a bad movie.
Yeah, there's. The Adventures
of Pluto Nash is a great movie. Eddie Murphy, literally, I can't think of one Eddie Murphy movie I don't like.
Well, we have another one to watch here soon, so.
I cannot wait. Oh, that movie's gonna be so. I like the trailer. You weren't the first man I've been with. Hold up, what?
or the you got how to pay a child support for 28 years? Did you pay back?
No, we watched.
AKA Eddie Murphy. And...
Okay, the number one worst movie on Rotten Tomatoes, Ballistic X versus Sever, with a 0%.
Oh. Ooh.
And then One Missed Call, which it was not the best adaptation of.
I remember when that was a thing. Yeah.
1,000 Words.
So that was also white people doing Japanese things and putting white people in it, and it didn't work.
And it doesn't work all the time, but sometimes, like The Grudge was actually pretty good because their director was Japanese.
Bingo. There you go.
I think he was the same director who did the original one. I'm not sure though, but it was pretty good. I mean, National Lampoon's Gold Diggers is at a 0%.
I was gonna say we could go through these all day. Like there's
there's a lot. I mean, but yeah, so let's just say that, Rotten Tomatoes doesn't always know what they're talking about, because I kind of feel like Dragon Ball Evolution should have had at least a 10.
Yeah, I'm surprised that it got a 20% from the audience.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's because 20% of that audience has never seen Dragon Ball. They have no idea what the hell is going on.
So if any of those Netflix shows beat that, I think they're doing something good at that point.
Yeah, which I'm gonna go into that Avatar show with a drink. I'll make me a drink and I'll just be like, okay, let's watch them butcher. Look what they've done to my boy.
Look how they've massacred my boy.
Yeah, but Netflix just needs to step up their game. But it comes to the part of the show that I hate the most. We got to end the show.
Yeah, I know. I hate it too.
Hey, the ending of the episodes are always because I could talk about this all day.
It was all along. Great ending.
Great ending. But, I don't even know what episode number. What are we at, like 15, 16?
I think it's number 16. We've been doing this for
episodes. So
can you believe it's been 4 months?
Dude, it feels like we have a lot less episodes than we do. And thank you guys for watching. If you guys don't watch, we really are just talking to ourselves, and that's just sad.
That's exactly what it is. Sad.
It's sad that we record ourselves talking to each other and nobody watches it. So, as always, like we say, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for all the support. The Office will be done soon. I promise. It's a work in progress. We have a lot we're doing in there, so we'll be able to do those watch-alongs here soon, hopefully. But
I'm excited for those, to get those put on here.
I am
with us.
I am too. I really am. I think it's gonna be great. If you guys have anything you want us to watch, even if it's not MCU or DC, or even if it's just a movie that you guys think that we would have a kick just watching, let us know.
Be sure to put it somewhere, and then we'll try and find it somehow and get to watch it.
Yeah, because I watched Naked Gun the other night. I haven't seen that in forever. But
all that movies are great.
Leslie Nielsen is
he's a genius.
Yes. I still like the love you. I love you too. Boat. Yes, we can go on a boat ride. But yeah, just let us know if there's anything you guys want us to watch, anything you want us to talk about. I mean, we have a whole future of this that we're gonna do. This is one of the best parts of any week. So
yeah, hopefully for the like the after the final episode of WandaVision, we can try and get some more guests back in here.
Oh yeah,
trying, maybe some returning, some new.
I have some people that I'm talking to hopefully come on here just to jump on, talk with us, But is there anything else you want to add, my friend?
I'm just excited for WandaVision. I got it going on.
So am I. So, this was this week's episode of The Nerd's Word. Thank you all for watching. I am Josh.
I'm Jeff.
And may the force be with you.
And this is the way.